I would like to propose an interesting solution to our nation's drug problem in a video blog essay. This essay is called A Solution to Our Drug Problem. Hard drugs have certainly become a pressing societal problem today, from the inhuman violence of the drug cartels to the myriad of lives in the ashes of America. But I feel that our government's way of fighting the problem is misguided. Using a gardening analogy, one might say we are constantly cutting down the weeds, which are the drug dealers and suppliers, but totally ignoring the roots, which are the users. No matter how much drug criminals you kill, new ones will constantly spring up, and the end result will only be human carnage and a waste of society's resources. I say we turn our effort on its head and begin eliminating the user demand in more intelligent programs. For if the demand is destroyed, the cartels, with all their power, will fall to the ground and shrivel up. This then is the point of my video blog. I would like to advance a visionary concept of how to destroy the virulent weed of our drug problem most effectively and at its root. I believe society should make it clear to all users of hard drugs that the greater part of the moral crime is on their hands. When they consume, they are the original source of all drug crime, and they should bear the brunt of the responsibility. Yet society would not be wise in merely punishing them. Instead, society should make an effort to bring them back to functionality. Instead of being allowed to send society's resources to criminals in using drugs, drug users should be guided into contributing to society while being taught the positive life skills they lack. So how is this possible? I propose that society introduce a new social program which I might term constructive living. This program would be conducted in lockdown, structured living facilities called constructive living facilities. To the extent that it is a lockdown controls facility, it will be like a prison. But this is the just price drug users must pay for contributing to society's degeneration in creating a demand for destructive substances. Yet also, because of its controlled environment, society will be given the opportunity to fulfill its responsibility to contribute to the human enhancement of its controlled members through therapeutic and positive redirection programs. But now we come to the 400-pound gorilla in the room, its cost. The reason why our society chooses to fight the cartels and dealers and ignore drug users in the first place relates to cost concerns. We think it more cost feasible to fight criminals than the socially dysfunctional. But let me propose some interesting and creative ideas on how to effectively finance a constructive living program. It occurs to me that another social problem America is facing is the export of its jobs. A constructive living facility can be built, for example, around a manufacturing complex, and the social clients can be trained, after detox, to do the job at a cost more feasible for that particular industry to remain globally competitive. This would not only provide an opportunity for social clients to pay their own way, but it would also keep industry in America. Once a social client pays his or her own way in the constructive living program, he or she would then be able to open a savings account from any surplus for the time when he or she can graduate into regular society. Another example of an independent problem America faces is the lack of workers to do harder jobs like agricultural jobs. So why not simply put a constructive living facility next to major agricultural fields and have the social clients work for their keep while ultimately contributing to keeping America's resources within its own borders. I'm sure, with due consideration, we can find a myriad of ways to make social clients contribute to society rather than take away from it. I've long believed that prisoners, for example, should be forced to earn their keep in prisons by the introduction of industries to take advantage of their idle energies, which sadly continues to be misdirected even behind bars in the form of stupid gang wars and assault on hard-working, socially constructive, law-abiding guards and officers. And if they refuse to work, for example, force them to live without television or even regular food. Make them live on a nutritional but tasteless food source until they can control their behavior enough to stop becoming a burden on the good people of society. In a similar way, social clients can receive incremental living privileges when they become socially constructive, until they finally attain that last and most dear privilege, the honor of becoming a regular, law-abiding, constructive citizen of a brighter society. This is only the beginning of this common sense idea, but it is enough for now. Call me naive, call me idealistic, call me utopian. But I for one believe that the day will come when mankind will wake up, when he will become smarter, when he will initiate wiser social programs aimed at advancing a nobler race.